Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We are going to talk about XRP. But I gotta start with this. Ethereum ETFs just got approved to trade in the United States, easing access to ETH. Now, I'm recording this video the night before. The ETH ETFs are already live at the time this video goes live. But I'm making a prediction before it even happens. I think this is going to push the price of Ethereum and also some other altcoins like XRP, XLM, XDC. Let's see if I'm right. NASDAQ, Zodia Custody, and Ripple. NASDAQ has chosen Zodia Custody as its core custodian for crypto indexes, marking a significant step forward in secure digital asset custody, with implementation set for December 2024. That's big news. We know that Zodia Custody has been a partner of Medico and Ripple since their announcement in December of 2023. In April 2023, Zodia Custody has raised $36 million in a funding round led by Japan's SBI Holdings. SBI Group bringing its total funds raised to $68 million. The investment has aimed to expand Zodia's global presence, while SBI had aimed to enhance their global digital asset strategy through the collaboration. With Zodia's shareholding now approximately 69.5%, Standard Chartered 20%, SBI 8%, Northern Trust, and Zodia Investment at 2.5%. So I want to see how much value comes from this. And this is set to go live in December of this year. You know, this year is still playing out to be a very big year for Ripple and XRP. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink is one of the biggest advocates for crypto at large. Take a listen to this.
About the tokenization of different asset classes. I mean, now you have the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink. They have $10 trillion of assets under management. He's one of the biggest advocates out there for crypto at large. He's made some really powerful comments that I think really speak to, and he used to be a naysayer and very dubious. And I think as he learned, he was like, oh wait, these technologies really can be used for real utility.
Like I said, Larry Fink is here for the utility. And you might not like Larry Fink, but you invest in what he likes, what he sees as the future. That's how you get rich. Like I always told you, invest in what the elites are looking at. Confirmation that crypto SDRs can be used and held by individuals. When the SDR becomes a digital currency, the technical characteristics of it will allow individuals and institutions to interact with it. As stated below, crypto SDRs will facilitate international transactions for businesses, individuals, and institutions. Now, the reason I wanted to mention this, some of you asked me in the comment section, what's the chances of XRP becoming an ESDR or an SDR? I think there's a chance of that happening at some point in the future, but the fact that we can hold an SDR changes the whole buyback theory, because that was part of the reason that they were going to buy back your crypto. Because we were never supposed to be holding an SDR. It's nice to see that Smoke pointed this out. But you could see how XRP fits the purpose of an SDR right here. Because every country could be tied to one massive liquidity pool. Implementation of a single global currency will be at a one-time $36 trillion opportunity. That's how big it would be if you had a global currency. But what I look at when I see XRP is the world's bridge currency. So most likely it could still capture a $36 trillion opportunity. Plus, you got to look at tokenization. That's got to be factored in, and that's huge. And then you look at derivatives and beyond. But I see XRP over time moving trillions upon trillions of dollars in value on a daily basis. Here's why seeing XRP at $1 million price is practical. Ripple CTO. Now, what David said, you gotta interpret it for yourself. If banks were to adopt Ripple, which means they have to purchase XRP, would they not want to keep the market price of XRP low? If XRP is finite, cannot be mined, then wouldn't that hinder mainstream adoption? David Schwartz says no. The price of the XRP you need to make a $1 million payment will always be at least $1 million. He didn't say XRP was going to $1 million, though, in that sentence. That's the way I look at it. But you could interpret it any way you look at it. The truth is precisely the opposite. Higher prices tend to correlate with higher liquidity, which means cheaper payments. Imagine you wanted to use Bitcoin as an intermediary currency to buy a house worth $1 million, back when Bitcoin was priced at $100. In the process of trying to buy enough Bitcoin to buy the house, you'd push the price up significantly. And when the recipient tried to convert those Bitcoins into their local currency, they'd push the price down significantly. The effect would be so bad that back then, it would have not been practical to use Bitcoins to buy a house. But now with Bitcoin over 10K, that's a cinch. You can buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin without moving the market significantly because the price is higher, and so you need a smaller fraction of the available Bitcoins to do it. So a higher priced asset is a better vehicle for payments, at least if you're targeting high value payments. That's how people came up with the $10,000 XRP. We know this though, it has to be at a higher value to move the world's money. And David Schwartz recently doubled down on this, and he still thinks this is the only path forward, is a high-priced XRP. But he never really said we need a $1 million XRP. And I don't think that sentence says it either. But I see a lot of people saying this all over X every single day. Even when I mentioned it in a video yesterday or the day before, people said, Rich, you're crazy. It's definitely going to $1 million. David Schwartz said so. It's how you interpret that sentence. Breaking news, Ripple working to bridge the gap between TradeFi and Web3, according to President Monica Long. So we envision being a one-stop shop for enterprises that want to benefit off of integrating blockchain into their business, but don't have the expertise, resources, or interest in building and maintaining the technology in-house. You know why we're going to see enterprise adoption for Ripple? Because they became well-rounded. They make it very easy. Same thing I see going on with Hedera and HBAR and Casper as well. When you make something easy, people will use it. And companies, they don't want to build things. They want to leave that up to someone else. They want to do what they're used to doing on a daily basis. Same thing with banks. Banks don't want to build things. They want to do what banks do. That's why they get companies like Ripple to do it for them. Now, Elon Musk put this out, and a lot of people are talking about this. Where are we with the dollar value destruction, you might ask? You are here. And honestly, the US dollar continues to lose more and more value. You know, when you're going to buy a house, it's not that the house, say the house originally sold way back when for $30,000 and now it's selling for $200,000. It's not that the house got better, it's that your money lost that much value over time. Analyst predicts US economic crisis, what it means for the US dollar. So in a world where the US dollar is under threat internally and from BRICS countries, analysts are suggesting that a major economic crisis could hit the US in the coming years. One research firm in particular believes that bullish investors are ignoring the signs that this economic crisis could be a dangerous moment for the US dollar. You know, everybody downplays everything. Oh, don't worry, the US dollar is always going to be strong. Don't worry, the economy's always going to get better until it doesn't. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, holy shit, I just lost all my money. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of investors. Same thing's going to happen inside of crypto with meme coin investors. They always keep downplaying regulations until they're put in place and memes get regulated out. Central banks purchase gold to offset their own money destruction. You know, the central banks are buying up a shit ton of gold. And can you blame them? We are going to a gold-backed system. The U.S. could deny it all they want. They always think that the U.S. dollar is going to be the world's reserve currency. But once you start seeing asset-backed dollars, asset-backed fiat hitting the markets, that's going to change everything. And the U.S. is either going to change with it or the U.S. is going to get left behind. And we are going to slip into hyperinflation. Sam Altman has been quietly giving out money for basic income. So they've been doing universal basic income in some places. But they go on to say that after they studied where the cash is going, they're saying that people spent it mainly on rent, food, and transportation, not alcohol and other things. But this is the reason I think they put these studies out is because we are already pushing towards universal basic income. Once AI really starts building out, I mean, where it's taking massive amount of jobs away from people, we are going to see universal basic income. And with that, a lot of people don't realize it yet, but that's going to be a controlled money. It's going to be money that expires over time, and they're going to control what you can buy with that money. Most likely at the same time, we will have a CBDC in place, central bank digital currency. But I still believe that anybody that invests in crypto can stay away from that system. I think there's going to be parallel payment systems, and I talked about that a lot on this channel. And the more I see what's going on with over in Europe right now, and the way the European Central Bank is talking, that there's going to be multiple parallel systems for a period of time. You're going to have cash, you're going to have crypto systems, and you're also going to have CBDC. Over time, though, I think they're going to get rid of the cash altogether, cashless society. And the way they're going to get people to transition towards CBDC is through universal basic income. Because when you give somebody something for nothing, they will line up all day to get it. Same reason we've seen those retina scans take place with WorldCoin. But I think the crypto system is going to always be in place. And I think people are going to be transacting in crypto instead of CBDC. Because certain cryptocurrencies at that point are going to be worth so much more than any country's central bank digital currency. Could you imagine at that moment what the price of one XRP would be? You would be sending pieces of XRP to buy a vehicle at that point. That's how big I think XRP is going to become over time. But, you know, until we get there, you got to stay patient, stay positive, so we can get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.